Well, a series of town hall meetings are being held reflecting on the COVID-19 pandemic, the latest taking place last night, focusing on the impact felt by Bahamian children. Among the panelists was Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. Dylan Brennan, who says kids are affected in a unique way.
Children in general are very sort of social creatures. Whether it's social with you or social within their peer group, they want to feel connected to something. And a lot of times that does manifest in a way that they are physically within the same space as someone else. So you can't just tell them to be, I want you to be socially distant. You need to wear this mask the whole time. They just don't, they're not of the intellectual sort of maturity to be able to understand that at some realm, and some of them just don't care to. They understand, but they just don't want to. And so they want to be in your face. They want to be around you all the time. And so one of the things that we have to do is figure out how do we begin to put ourselves in a safe space to be able to do that. And so that really requires a lot of action on behalf of the adults in the situation to be able to protect our own children.
Well, Director of Education Dr. Marcellus Taylor was also a panelist during last night's virtual town hall meeting. He spoke about how the virtual learning process is going since it was implemented on March 23rd.
When we started out, of course, the numbers of persons enrolled was relatively low compared to what we have as our overall enrollment. We had about 11,000 students when we started. But now, as week by week has transpired, we have more and more students, and I think now we have about 41,000 or so students registered. On a daily basis, 16,000, 17,000 students go on. And so people even ask about that disparity in numbers. But some of it is that students could go on at any time, and so they don't have to always go on every day. Also, what we note is that there are many other things going on. So you have some parents who have enrolled their children in some off-the-shelf programs from the U.S., homeschooling programs and so on. You have a lot of teachers that have actually started their own lessons and their own Zoom communications with students, or communicating by other means, WhatsApp and all these other social platforms. So we're confident that a lot of students are engaged in learning.
Well, the final panelist on last night's virtual town hall meeting was Chair of the National Child Protection Council, Dr. Noah Cartaluki. She says while many look at the COVID-19 crisis in a negative way, there's a positive spin to it.
The word crisis in and of itself indicates also opportunities for growth. The Bahamas has always been a resilient nation, and for us now, it's time for us to pull up our bootstraps and plot the way forward. Let me give you some examples. This is an awesome opportunity now that God has quieted the world. Now we have time now to grow as families. Let's think about it. The families of today are completely different from the Bahamas we knew 30, 40 years ago. And so now this is our opportunity to grow as families. Let's look at it. During this time, now we have time to go back to the Bible. We can have Bible studies within our homes. Not only that, now it's the opportunity for mothers to teach their daughters how to bake bread. More people are taking the time to be in their homes to play board games. And so now is the opportunities for families to grow.